should be live.
The madness that was happening over there, zombie, y'all.
Let's verify that we are live. Looks like we are. Is it showing up as Pathfinder? That I'm not sure.
Yeah, it is.
Okay. I think the last one showed up as Descent. Alright, so if we're gonna load. Oh, I need to announce that I am live. I've been doing that on Facebook recently. Facebook. Post. And then we'll throw up a nice little Twitter as well.
It's the Fangberry.
No, this is, oh, that's loud. Let me try turning it down just a tad. I don't want to necessarily overshadow my talking a little bit, so I guess let me know if it ends up getting too quiet. Okay. No, this is the Riverbend area where I was fighting all the boggards last. What we ended up doing last time is we finished up. There was one fight outside. It took us like 1 to 2 tries, and then we came inside. This first fight in here was pretty rough. I think you were there for that one. And then we continued our way down and around, and then we came to this one where we had to fight. I don't know if we have the ability to see his stats this time. Savage. I think it was this guy right here, which we cannot look at him anymore. It was the big champion guy. He was like a level 2 humanoid and like level 7 or 8 barbarian. So he was like the big boss of the area.
The way seems clear.
That took us 2 or 3 tries to really kind of get down. We ended up using all of our Cure Moderate Wounds charges and all but 3 of our Wand of Greases. So, but we managed to do it. Yep. And we got about halfway to level 4 doing this whole thing. So.
Did you finish this cave?
Yeah, that's where we ended last time. We had finished up the cave.
Your death awaits.
Let's see. He must have been level 3 humanoid, level 8 barbarian. Because he was challenge rating 11, and all of these are level 3 humanoids. All the boggards are, so. We did have to rest once inside, so. But this was the fight outside. We had a monitor lizard, scarred one, and a prophet.
I want to be a humanoid.
Quiet
You
footsteps.
are a humanoid. You're a
Level
half-orc.
15 humanoid.
You do not want to be a level 15 humanoid. And the whole reason we didn't want to leave there without completing that is because we're trying to very methodically make our way through this side of the map. So we have gone through and we've explored kind of all of these areas for now. And we were going to loop back, trying to make sure that I got everything that I want to. I think we're going to come back through here. And then try to like link up over on this side. Because we've explored everything around here, I believe. We've done the Temple of the Elk, we've done the Abandoned Hut. We didn't have anything over here, because that's a kingdom resource. Tuskgutter's Lair, I think we completed that. Yeah, she's passed her trial. We actually let Amiri kill it herself. We buffed her up a lot beforehand. And we let her kill it.
Nice.
Then we have to gather the fangberries still. We haven't found the moon radishes. We did the Temple of the Elk, but we have to talk to Jihad. And we have to bring the head of Tuskgutter to Oleg, which we should have. Notable maybe. Yeah, head of Tuskgutter right there. So. So we've pretty much covered this whole area. We've gone through it kind of methodically. I want to connect that up there at some point, but we can do that anytime. So we're going to kind of come back along here and make our way down through this way.
Looks pretty good.
So that was the one thing that I didn't do on my first playthrough, is really kind of methodically go through this area, because I was just kind of getting used to it and I didn't really know how it would kind of impact the game. But now that I've gotten a little bit of an idea of how things work, I want to try to... We're not going to care too much about cooking. We're going to try to make sure we don't get caught. I don't want to be like going back and forth between all these like new places that I'm just discovering because I wasn't methodical the first time.
The legend about Ragonga.
Yeah, I definitely just kind of like run through, no method to my madness.
Yeah, that's exactly how I did it the first time. And it's not bad. Like, you still end up going and seeing most of the things.
Yeah.
But then as you kind of like go through and get into later areas of the game, you're kind of like, have I done this? Do I need to go back and do this? Type thing.
Yeah.
We don't need to go to the Thorn Fort. Okay. So from here, we need to make our way over to the Fangberry Cave, because I have to get back there first. So we'll probably spend 2 days trying to get over there, so I might come down here and then make our way back up. That might be what we do. Because we're kind of loaded down with a whole bunch of items, and I don't want to go through exploring a ton of new things. If that makes sense.
Makes sense.
But at the same
That's why you
time, I
don't
want to
pick
try to
up
make
all
use of
the-
my items. Make use of my time.
strength betrays me.
Yeah.
Merciful doesn't mean
We still have like
spineless.
63 days
In
or
one
so
hand,
after
Sarenrae
this
holds
rest
a healing
before
light. In
we
the other,
lose due to
a
time.
killing sword.
But given that we
I know
haven't really
you are
done anything
good
with
your little sword, and you don't run away in a fight. But after a battle, you always have that face like you just swallowed a hedgehog. What's the point
with
of
the Stag
fighting
Lord
if you
outside
don't
of
enjoy it?
finding the Temple of the Elk and things of that nature.
I mean, I think if you find his camp, you can go fight him whenever you want. You don't have to do.
Inside a house. Alright, so Trish Beastcaller suddenly awoke inside the house. Dogs were howling fiercely, not far away. It smelled like burning. The wooden walls were steaming hot, and smoke was wreathing beneath the low ceiling. Got one window real quick. The instant she approached the window, the glass broke and an arrow hit her in the chest. Falling, she glimpsed a dozen dark figures standing outside, her eyes dimmed. Trish Beastcaller's skin felt cold. She heard the murmur of the water and the soft lapping of waves. After opening her eyes, she saw a rocky river bottom and a bloated body tangled in the green water weeds. The drowned man's empty gaze was fixed upon Trish Beastcaller. The drowned man's mouth opened slowly, and a hoarse whisper said, "Shrike River." Trish Beastcaller. At this moment, Trish Beastcaller finally woke up. Drenched in sweat, she told us that she'd seen this in a dream. Saga Room is 1 month. So it looks like that's a new location for us, so we might try getting the Fang Berries going up here, and then on the way back down hit that, and then come over the old Sycamore, do like a loop around that way. I don't think I'm going to go to that right now. So find the cause of the nightmares and the way to stop them. Yeah, we'll kind of make our way along this way. A prominent landmark, Riverine Rise, can be seen from far away. A riverbank swelled here, forming a giant picturesque hill. We can carry another 200-ish pounds. I could always drop some of the heavier
Drop all
things.
that garbage, yeah.
Drop all that garbage. It sells for 3 gold.
Hey guys.
Garbage.
Hey, what's up?
Hello.
Not too much.
Do you see Randy has like 20 great clubs in his inventory, and he's
those are
complaining about his
masterwork
weight?
great clubs, and they sell for 100 gold each.
That's insane.
Oh, that is a lot.
How are you carrying that many great
It's our
clubs?
pack mule. We have a pack mule, man. Alright,
That's
do I
stupid.
go ahead and go to Riverine Rise, or do I continue what I was going to say and make my way back up to head back and sell things?
Yeah, check it out. You're already here.
Okay.
I mean, if you're this close to it, might as well check it out.
Yeah, but then I'm going to end up picking more things up, and I'm going to get over encumbered.
My instincts dull when I'm tired.
Well, my character's going to deal with being tired, so... I don't know how big. Okay, it's not incredibly big looking. My character's just like, yeah, I'm just moving slowly. Oh, she's exhausted. Oh, that might be an issue later.
Oh yeah, because she had the nightmare.
Oh, yeah, true. Exhausted character moves at half speed, cannot charge, takes much. After a complete rest, exhausted character is no longer exhausted. Okay. You got this. You got this, buddy. Keep on walking. Well, good news is it doesn't really look like it's a big area. There might be like a cave or something up here, but... Oh, hold on.
What is that?
It's a water elemental.
Don't hesitate.
I haven't seen one of those. That looks pretty cool.
That's
It's a
how we got
level
there, I
8
guess, huh?
outsider. Oh, this is going to be easy. We got this. We've been
What's
fighting
an
things
outsider?
like an apparition or
They're from
whatever they're called.
They're from outside the Imperial.
Yeah. Looks like that's the only thing here. A large water elemental. Okay.
How may I
I am yours, ma'am.
Hesitation is a waste of time.
Doesn't look like we're gonna be fighting any animals. So we're gonna do this.
confide in me?
Can this get rid of spells any temporary mana, reducing one subject ability scores? It also eliminates any fatigue. Oh, okay. We're gonna go ahead and do this.
And Lindsay was called forth.
And That's probably all we're going to be casting currently.
I yearn
Oh, he's
for
going to cast,
entertainment.
not shield. Yeah, shield on himself.
They should have known better.
He's going to have to recast that, I think. I don't think this fight's going to be too bad. We're just going to have to see.
Let us strike
as one.
Is that your frog?
Yeah, that's my frog. It takes a turn to be summoned in. That's why it's kind of grayed out. So that's why he didn't go after it, because it's not technically there yet. Okay, yeah, he needs to redo
Do you get
this.
to pick what you summon?
Yes and no. You get to... Okay, well, I guess that does not get rid of exhausted characters' issues. Okay. You do get to pick, but you're only given, like, so many options. So now he's here, and he'll be able to do stuff next turn, or should be able to. We're just going to move 5 feet over, kind of this way. And I think that'll probably be all she does right now, because she's exhausted, so.
I'll cut you.
These bushes are in the way, apparently.
Serves you right.
Okay, he does not have to do that.
Do
There's a
not
nice
falter.
tank right here that he can easily fight. We're also going to swap him over to a crossbow.
They go down!
Okay, I guess the frog spent 2 turns coming in.
He's giant, so.
Yeah, you know. How giants do.
Die for me.
So regular frog would take 1.
Naturally.
You deserved it.
Now we're just kind of running on autopilot for this. For right now. Okay, he's finally attacking the tank, so we should be good. We just have to hit him. I don't think he has any... It doesn't look like he has any concealment, so I don't think Fairy Fire is going to do anything. I'm not sure if I want to use any of my spells yet. We're going to see how this goes. Go, frog, go! Oh my god. Move 5 feet over here. And we're going to summon 1d3 mites right here. 1d3 plus 1 because we have the summoning feats.
Let's see how it works. It's pretty cool.
Well, in that case, that's a pretty good summon.
For me.
It was a pretty good summon.
Yeah.
I mean, they're only level 1 creatures, so it's not going to be doing a whole lot, but... can I
Take a
daze
hit.
him? No, I cannot. But we can... Lindsay's going to heal my character.
Yes.
Still going on my tank, so that's good.
Stay behind me.
Okay. You forced my hand.
Bring it.
Y'all can't hit for anything.
Well, he's reducing our damage because we don't have, like, super magical weapons and such.
I'm talking about the misses.
Well, he's got a high AC. Let's see, what's his AC? Oh, well, there goes one of my dudes. There we go. Armor class of 20.
Fear me.
Okay, look. He made his
What's your plus
fortitude
to
save,
hit?
but... Ragongar has a... plus 7 to hit. So, I mean, he needs a 13. He's going to miss a third of the time.
Any last wishes?
She only has a plus 6 to hit. Oh, my poor frog.
Let us strike as one.
It's okay, it's taking
Rip.
hits that my characters aren't taking, so I'm okay with that.
I'll try to make this swift.
Tear them apart!
Okay, Amiri's the one that should be hitting, and she's missing.
Surplus.
Why do I not have a ranged weapon? Because I don't have one that I can equip. Interesting. Guidance. Can I flare it? Yeah, let's do that. Make the fortitude save, but we'll keep trying. It's a cantrip.
I'll cut you.
I don't know why sometimes he does not provoke when he casts spells and sometimes he does. That doesn't really make sense to me.
This is where I step in.
I think it's touch
The weak suffer.
spells.
I endure.
Do
Touch
not
melee.
falter.
Yeah, he was casting Touch of Fatigue.
I don't know.
He's still gonna go down next turn.
They go
Maybe it's because it's Pathfinder rules.
That's quite
True.
possible, you know? Can I reach him? I can't.
D&D made a game like this, right?
My mites aren't doing any damage to him. Let's see, damage. 1d3 plus 2, so he did 4 piercing, and it was reduced by 0. Or reduced to 0.
2-0.
Was it 10 damage reduction?
Death
Probably.
comes.
Okay, well, he's probably going to go down
That
this turn.
serves you right.
So I'm not sure I'm going to be able to keep healing him up like that. But we'll see. Oh, there he goes.
I mean, at least the elemental's almost dead.
Yeah. I forgot that elementals have that natural
Onwards!
damage reduction. I don't even know what I can do to
Stay behind
prevent
me.
it, to be honest. I don't remember what I need. 'Cause
Freezing.
I think some of them have magical weapons. Yeah, he had a magic weapon. He was still getting reduced as well, so I don't know, maybe it was something like a cold iron weapon.
Yeah, they really love their cold iron in this game.
I'll go ahead and try to get some damaging spells on him. If the Miri hits, I think we kill him.
How does that
Yeah.
spell do any damage?
To him, the bone shatter or whatever.
Yeah.
It's
Right
truly
here,
a
my
mystery.
Oh. I wouldn't think a water element would have bones to shatter.
Yeah, right?
Magritium Turinos.
Okay, let's see. See, that looks like it should be a cave, but I guess it's not. We've got Potion of Lesser Restoration, Scroll of Remove Blindness. This looks like it might be all that's here.
Precisely.
Hey, you can restore yourself from your exhaustion, right?
No, I don't. I think I have to have regular restoration for that. Because I tried that with Christian. I tried to use my Lesser Restoration spell, but it didn't get rid of my exhaustion. So I imagine... Let me just go this way. It'll be quicker. I imagine I have to use either a greater restoration or rest. Which we're about to rest anyway, so...
But if you have a nightmare again,
We're not going to have another nightmare.
My instincts dull when I'm tired.
I'll laugh if you do.
Why would y'all do this?
Because it would be funny.
My strength betrays me.
Alright, we're gonna rest before going in.
I like your stories, and it doesn't matter how much truth there is in them. They bring peace and give us hope, something so many of us lack.
There. At least someone understands the true benefit of
I like
storytelling.
the little kind of blurbs that they
Everyone
do
keeps
during the
saying
rest.
it's genre work or escapist. Thank you. Your words are like an elixir to my soul.
Oh, we spoiled our meal. Okay, maybe we are gonna have another nightmare. Jesus. Okay, so it's the same thing as last time. The house is on fire. We looked out the window last time, so we'll try. Last time there was an arrow that shot us through the window, so we'll try opening the door this time. Trish Beastcaller pushed the door with her shoulder, but it wouldn't budge. The flames were starting to crawl up the walls. Trish Beastcaller grew short of breath as she sat down heavily on the floor. Her skin felt cold, heard a murmur of the water. Okay, so that's the same. So we heard the same drown thing, so... Guess we're... going to be all... sleepy. Sleepy, sleepy, sleepy.
My instincts dull when I'm tired.
Alright.
That's easy.
So we're needing to find the river, apparently. It's the post once held rope bridge. Well, there's the river. We'll check out the house in a second.
Jump in the river. I'm sure it won't be a problem for your exhausted party member.
Davik
now you
Nettle,
get-
or Davik Nettle. The corpse's face is bloated from being so long in the water. The stench from its toothless mouth is so foul that your eyes begin to water. The hand clenching a sinister-looking spear is covered with scabs. Suddenly you feel faint, as if a cold, wet hand is placed heavy on top of your head. Wet hair sticks to the skin and trickles of icy cold water run down your face and shirt. A hoarse whisper rises inside your head. There you are. Tristan says, I sense evil, but not evil committed by this poor soul. No. He arose on account of some evil done to him.
What did you do to him?
I didn't do anything to him. He
He
started
just
reaching
said,
out to
there
me.
you are.
Yeah, he's trying to reach to me. I didn't do anything to him.
You created a revenant.
Gurgling, deep-chested laughter pierces your skull, clouding your vision and flooding your ears. All else becomes muffled as you are trapped underwater. You shake your head to cast off the apparition. Okay, so I guess who are you? Davik Nettle. A storm of bright images flashed before your eyes. A long time ago, this person, then a living man, came here from Brevoy, constructed a rope bridge, built a house, and lived in it, collecting payment from those who crossed the river. Oh, this isn't going to end well for him, I'm sure. So how did you die? You see a vision of a lovely spring day. Sunbeams shine warm against your cheeks. 3 men approach the house by the bridge, one of them wearing an antlered helm, the Stag Lord. Angry faces, a quarrel, the glint of unsheathed swords. Suddenly, the Stag Lord's greedy eyes are twisted by surprise. The master of the house has unleashed his hounds. A burning smell stirs you awake to the sound of loud barking. Flames are crawling up the walls, the sound of breaking glass, the bitter cold night air. You're outside the house, and something is wrong. An arrow strikes deep in your shoulder. Your heart, the guffaw of 10 throats. Oh, you hear the guffaw of 10 throats. You run, already in the middle of the bridge. The man in the antlered helm cuts one of the ropes. An ear-splitting scream fills the air. Okay, so, well, what do you want from me then, my dude? You see a vision of a man wearing an antlered helm. You hear a muffled groan, and the helm drops to the ground with a loud thud. Your hands are covered with hot blood, too much blood. Death to the Stag Lord. Don't you hate it when someone asks you to do something you were going to do anyway? It makes me want to do nothing, just to spite them. Wow, Lindsay. Okay. Jeez. That's kind of rude. Why must I be the one who does it? Can't you kill the Stag Lord yourself? Very well. I shall meet your vengeance upon the Stag Lord. I refuse to help you on principle. You shouldn't have messed with my head. I mean, I was going to do it anyway. So, I don't see why not just, going ahead and agreeing. Drowned man who'd been sitting motionless nods his head. Come later. Take the spear. Well, at least we won't be doing it for free. Okay, so I guess I'll get a spear later on. Kill the Stag Lord, then speak with Nettle. This small house burnt down a dozen years ago.
I see something.
Ooh. We got a scroll of shocking grass, bloodstone, artificial flower, silver ring, and potion of resist cold, and then 14 gold.
Would you look at that?
And he failed to pick the lock. She got a 26, and she failed to pick it. She's already failed to pick this lock, so I will have to come back to try again. I think you can only successfully pick a lock once every level. So we'll have to come back and try to pick that. I mean, I guess alternatively I could just save scum to do it, but we haven't been save scumming this whole time.
Quiet footsteps.
So we'll just come back for it. We have to come back to talk to him about the spear anyway, so... Don't mind me, just kind of easing my way down. Candle mirror, tusk water.
My instincts
Okay.
dull when I'm tired.
So I guess now we'll head back up towards the Fangberry Cave. Branch off, branch up. Yeah, there we go. That's what we wanted to see. Alright. I know we want to rest before going in, or before picking up the berries. But we're gonna rest in there. So that hopefully it will give us plenty of time to get back. Oh, hey, look, there's some stuff that I left last time. Maybe I can carry it now. Okay, so we'll rest right here. As soon as my character gets there.
I see you're still exhausted.
Yeah, we're still exhausted right now.
Still having nightmares. I can't wait for the nightmare tonight.
We're not gonna have another nightmare. I've already discussed that with the dude.
My elbow hurts.
It's because you're so hard on yourself. Try to rest sometimes. You don't have to practice every spare minute.
And we're not exhausted? Yeah, we're good. Okay. We are still on death's door though, so.
Why are you on
The
death's
way
door?
seems clear.
Because we nearly died a couple times, you know, as you do. Where am I needing to go? Is it down here? Somewhere? Or is it over here? It's over here.
Damn this silly thing! Next time.
Stop filling! You literally just need an 8.
I'm the best.
There we go, okay. Now hurry back. We're on a time limit. Hoping that with completing all of these portions of the quest that we will be approaching 4th level. But we'll see.
Wow, you haven't hit 4th level yet?
No, I haven't hit 4th level yet.
What's taking you so long?
Nearly
now.
dying a lot. That's what's taking so long. I feel like every single time I turn around, I'm fighting something that's like 5 levels above me.
Sounds kind of like a party of 4 second-level characters getting hit by a fireball.
I mean, a little bit like that. I don't think you weren't watching last time, I don't think, but we went through an entire boggart encampment and cave, and they were all like minimum level 5. The tougher ones were like level 8, and then the leader, which was the boggart champion, was level 11. With a delighted smile, Octavia inhales the smell coming from Oleg's trading post. Fresh bread! I can't believe it! All this time, we sat in cages and crawled in the mud. There were places in the world where they were baking fresh bread. And here we are. I bet they have clean sheets, and maybe we can even take a bath. A girl can dream. To be honest, the food here's not very good. Yeah, get some rest. You deserve it. You can be sure of that. I've got years of rest to catch up on, and I'll be stuffing my face until I turn into a ball. You do so much for us. Is it all because you are kind? Or maybe, the half-elf smiles flirtatiously, maybe it's because you've become charmed by my beauty. Not quite, Octavia. Keep dreaming. Exactly, I would never have found that technically encampment if your beauty hadn't beaconed me. Why are you asking? We're friends. I'm taking care of you because you're my party now. We'll have to save each other in the battle more at once. Or you're out of line. I took you into my party to fight, not to flirt. You're part of my party. Forget about fighting for the moment. We all need a break, especially you. Alright, enough talk. Fresh bread and clean sheets await. I love how she wasn't even in my party and she's like, I'm gonna talk now.
Quiet footsteps.
Well, she had something to say.
Clearly. Alright, Boken. I've got you some fangberries. After a quick glance at the basket, Boken grabs a fistful of berries and shoves them in his mouth. A smile of delight brightens his face. Ah! Fangberries! So fresh! You've been good to an old man. Thank you. Here, take these potions. If you need more, feel free to return. I'll give you a discount. Got 150 experience, potion of lesser restoration, 2 cure light wounds. What do you use these fangberries for? Truth be told, as I've gotten older, I've gotten kind of particular if my appetite is almost gone. Everything I eat is practically tasteless to me now. I can barely force myself to swallow a bite. Only thing I can still taste is fangberries. So I add them to my porridge, or the toast, or the roasted meat. I even add them to my potions. When I ran out of fangberries, I stopped eating entirely. Svetlana tried to help me, the dear. She baked pies for me, cooked me fish soup, and stewed venison. But I just couldn't eat any of it. I was desperate. Those damned spiders had sucked the last bit of joy out of my life. If not for you, I'd pretty much have starved to death, miserable to the end. Let's see. Show me what you have. We're going to go ahead and offer up our general kind of wares. And I think you sell mostly potions and such. Do I have any more acid flasks still?
Tell him some great clubs. You got plenty of those.
I want to keep his inventory a little uncluttered. So I'll probably sell all the great clubs to Oleg. Because I don't really care if his inventory gets cluttered. Although I could just sort it by potions right here. Wand of Snowball. What does this even do? So I can use it, or Octavia can use it. 26 points of damage per cast level. It's only cash level 1, so it's only 1d6. Fortitude saving throw would be staggered for 1 round. It's only DC 11. Selling all the great clubs. Oh wait, we're gonna keep one.
Why?
Because we keep one of every weapon.
Why?
So that if we ever want to try using a different weapon, we have a weapon to use. And that way, if we ever end up picking up another party member, we have a weapon that they can use. But we don't keep like duplicates like this. Like that's a Masterwork Scimitar, so we're gonna get rid of the Scimitar. We even keep the broken weapons. We have a Masterwork Spear, so we don't keep the regular spears. Do the same thing with the armor.
Okay, just to remind you, this isn't Pokemon. You're not trying to collect them all.
I'm aware it's not Pokemon. Look at that. I got 21 gold for all of that stuff that I picked back up.
Woo!
15 pounds apiece. Nice.
Okay. A fine day to you. What brings
those were
you by?
15 pounds apiece, and you got a total of 2.1 pounds gold.
Yeah, you know. But we did pick up all of that studded leather on our return trip. It's not like we were walking around with all that. Tuskgutter is dead. You could mount his head on the wall as a trophy. Remind me, what is the problem with Tuskgutter? Tell me about yourself. Okay, Tuskgutter's dead. We killed him. 180 experience, nice. 400 gold and a Masterwork Longbow. But we lost his head. Oleg looks the bloodstained boar's head. Yep, we lost the head. Goodbye, Tuskgutter's head. With respect, touching its tusk with his finger to test how sharp it is. That's one heck of a beast. I'd love to have a trophy like that. But a deal is a deal. The head goes to old Benzin, and his bounty goes to you. I don't even know who Benzin is, not gonna lie. We need to talk to Jihad.
How may I serve you?
Found the Temple of the Elk and killed the beast there. Yep.
Erastil be praised, you finally returned, my good friend. Tristan told me how you helped him at the Temple of the Elk. Thank you for heeding my request. My heart is calm and filled with confidence that I've followed the will of my God. I would like to reward your bravery. I possess no treasure, but please, take this as a token of appreciation.
And there's a little bit about Erastil, or Erastil, as he pronounced it. And there's the Temple of the Elk information.
As far as I know, your next target looks to be the Stag Lord himself. With the Temple of the Elk cleansed of evil, the fog surrounding us should disperse to reveal the path to the brute's lair. Of course, magic so powerful is unlikely to disappear all at once. Bide your time. Follow up on other concerns while you wait. I will gladly aid you on your noble quest. Erastil himself foresaw our meeting.
Jihad bows piously. You understand the true meaning of your visions now?
I trust in their truth. These visions, they were the voice of Erastil himself. Quiet but clear. Before all this happened, I believed Erastil had turned his back to me. But now, I see clearly. He has shown me divine mercy, for he has led me to you, and invited me to aid in a fellow priest's deliverance. Lady Sarenrae and Erastil walk the paths of the gods hand in hand, and so must their servants as well.
The Dawn Flower.
Tristan is undoubtedly still very young, and youth is a time of naivete and confusion. But I see kindness and strength of spirit in him, traits indispensable to a priest. I sense that all that's transpired thus far is only the beginning, and the future promises great things for Tristan and for you. This is why Erastil led me to the Temple of the Elk. Day and night I pray for you and for my young friend. May the Stag God lead you down the true path.
That's
as you
enough of
wish.
that for now. Let's see. What services do you offer? I need the help of a cleric. I need... He doesn't have potions, does he? No, he just has scrolls. I'm not high enough level to cast things that require diamond dust or diamonds, so we're not going to worry about that right now. I don't think we really need any of that. Should probably divvy out some of this stuff to my party. I really want to have Lindsay drink this potion of reduced person just to see how small she gets. I think it'd be hilarious. Okay. I don't think we need to sell anything right now. Was that all of the quests here?
What you really need to do is find a pixie and get them to drink the potion.
Well, that's true, but I don't think I have access to a pixie, so
take the pixie.
Wait for the fog to
tiny
disperse.
What?
Bid arrival, wait for Tartusio to show up again. Kill the Stag Lord and speak with Nettle. Help me kill another mighty monster. I think she already got enough opportunities with her sword. Well, at least we're in the Stolen Lands where monsters are never in short supply. Alright, so we still need to get the moon radishes. We need to find the next monster for Amiri to kill. And we need to try to track down Tartusio as well. That's probably what we'll do in the meantime.
Precisely.
Do what?
And you need to kill the Stag Lord.
Yes, but we have to wait for the fog to disperse for the Stag Lord. Hey, Chief! Amiri gives you a broad grin. What's on your mind? You've proven yourself to be a mighty warrior. I may have. The trial is finished. And if someone ever doubts me, I prove it. Amiri shakes her fist at the unseen offender. I was hoping that we could try to jumpstart her quest there, but it doesn't look like it. Looks like we have to wait. Should I put this? Oh, I know. She scribbles something quickly in a notebook scrawled with verse, raises her eyes, and gives you a bright smile. Oh, hi. I don't really think we need to learn anything from Lindsay right now. We're just going to go upstairs and rest. And we'll probably replenish our... I can't open that. Probably replenish our healing potions and such. We're going to split that down to 10. And we're going to put 5 in there. Alright, so weapons. Do we already have a dagger in here? Let me sort this by weapons. We've got a masterwork dagger, so we don't need that. We don't have a torch, but we're going to keep it with us in case we need it. I don't think anyone's going to know how to use a flaming nunchuck, so we don't need that. Great sword. Let's see. Does not look like we have a great sword already, so that'll go over there. Yeah, I'll just do this. And we'll see if we just have any duplicates. Sort from name A to Z, I guess. Okay. Club, composite longbow, dueling sword, nunchucks, great axe, great sword, heavy crossbow, light crossbow. Lindsay might be able to use a heavy crossbow, so... Pickaxe, longsword. Alright, so we can sell the longsword. Masterwork light mace, we can sell that. Masterwork longbow, we can sell that. Scimitar, masterwork scimitar, so we can sell that. Short bow, short sword, we can sell that. +1 short sword and a spear. We've got a masterwork spear, so we can sell that. Okay. Now armor. So we have scale mail and hide. So we can sell the scale mail. Keep those. And we can sell the hide. And the heavy shield we can keep, because we have a buckler and a light shield. Can you use a buckler while wielding a two-handed weapon? That's what I want to know. Okay, so that's two-handed. So let's see about this for a second. All right, buckler and spear. No, you can't. Okay. Oops. I need to unequip that. I didn't mean to rest. Oh well. We needed to rest anyway, so that's okay. So Masterwork Spear goes in here. Buckler goes in here. Don't have any jewelry. I think we're going to keep all this for now. It's not really weighing us down too terribly much. But we're going to toss all this in here, I think. Okay. Tristan does not wear armor, so we might want the braces of armor for him. But I think that's all we really need to get from here. Okay. Show me your wares. Alright, so we could sell the dagger, longsword, mace, masterwork longbow, scimitar, short sword, that. Yep. Looks good to me. And then we're going to grab a bag of holding. Because that will allow us to carry an extra 100 pounds. So that'll be really nice. We've been saving up for that one. And let's grab, there's going to be 6 of us in a party, so if we want 3 days worth of rations, that'd be 2. Only downside is that's going to be a lot of weight. They're 10 pounds each. It's 180 pounds. Ugh. But it will allow us to travel more quickly because we're not going to have to hunt for food. So, do I want them? That's the real question. We're going to hold off on that for now. Ooh, better yet, we're going to buy them. We're going to put them in our chest so that we can, that way whenever we're like going into like a long like dungeon crawl type setting, we can take rations with us and not have to worry. There we go. We have 50 rations set aside for us. And we're only about 1,500 away from leveling up, so that's good. Time to go and explore the Stolen Lands. I don't think we need any of this. We're going to keep these people for now. I meant to retrain a Miri while I was there. I can quickly do that. No time has passed yet. Because we had decided that I should probably try out that new build I did with her. Right, Jonathan?
That's easy.
It's a good talk. Like to use the tutor services. So the first 3 times you request retraining, we'll do work for free. Sure. We're going to retrain a Miri. Alright, so she starts as a level 1 barbarian. We're okay with keeping her there. Well, we can't change that. But we're going to do a Sacred Hunts Master for her. So she's going to get an animal companion, and by 3rd level, she will get teamwork feats along with her animal companion. So that's going to basically allow her to go through and So Deity Selection, she's going to follow Gorham, which is also known as our Lord in Iron. It's a god of battle above all other pursuits. She's going to go. We'll go through the Strength domain. As a standard action, you can touch a creature and give it great strength for 1 round. Target gains an enhancement bonus equal to half your level in the class that gave you access to the domain. To melee attacks and athletics checks, you can use this ability a number of times per day, equal to 3 plus your wisdom modifier. Might of the Gods 8th level, you add half your level in the class that gave you access to the domain as an enhancement bonus to your athletics check. That's going to give her some additional bonuses. And I think we're going to go with a Smilodon. It's basically like a 7th level. It increases in size, and it has bites and 4 claw attacks. Okay. And of course, we're going to focus on athletics there. She's going to do good in mobility. Perception's always a good one to focus in. I focus in nature, so I'm not sure I'm going to really focus her there. I'm not entirely sure I'm going to keep focusing her in mobility either. What does she get up to there? +6? It's not really that good. I'm going to do that there and focus her last 2 points in world, maybe? She's not going to have a plus. It's going to be dex based. That's going to be int based. It's charisma based. The only thing she'll have a bonus in is the dex based stuff. We'll go ahead and do world, I guess. Lindsay's got that. Lindsay's got that. I've got that. Tristan has that. Yeah, we'll do trickery. Might not be hurtful to do that. I'll be right back. I'm gonna go grab a quick little drink real quick and be back in like 2 minutes. Alright, and we're back. As far as the spell that we want to get, Bless wouldn't be a bad one, and Divine Favor wouldn't be terrible. We don't want to get anything that's going to require us to have people make saves for the spells. So we'll probably get those, because those aren't going to make us get any kind of like saves or anything. Okay.
Hey, I'll be back in a minute.
Okay. We're going to go with the Inquisitor again. We'll get Boon Companion here. That's going to help keep our animal companion up to date with all of the levels that we won't be getting in the class. I think we're going to get True Strike here just because, once again, we don't want to make people make saves. So grabbing something that's going to help us both in melee, where we're going to be, as well as cunning initiative. Adds her wisdom modifier to initiative checks in addition to her dexterity modifier. What is our wisdom modifier? Oh, right there. So get an additional +1, so that'll help out a little bit. Okay, so we've got her going through that process. That's the Smilodon. So. Alright, let's see. +7, 7 to 16. +4, 7 to 21. So yeah, we're going to keep with that. That's our Smilodon. It's got bites and claws. And pretty soon we're going to have a whole slew of assistants and companions.
The way seems clear.
Alright. So we're good to go ahead and explore now that we've kind of refocused her levels and such. I still don't think we need any of this stuff. I'm gonna put up one of the torches, I guess. We'll have to re-equip all of Amiri's things. Okay, and we're good to go.
What are you up to now?
I just respect Amiri. So now we have, let's call it a Smilodon or Smilodon.
Melidon?
Smilodon, yeah. So she is now a level 2 Sacred Huntsmaster and level 1 Barbarian, so she still has some rage. And we took the Boon Companion, so as we move away from this, we'll at least still get some additional levels that'll help our companion out later on for when we move outside of this class feature.
That's pretty cool.
But now she's kind of like a semi-cleric, semi-fighter, semi-ranger class. She's got a little bit of all of those kind of features. She's got some spells. We gave her Bless, Divine Favor, and True Strike. She can use up to 3 spells per day, I believe. But we didn't rest, so she can only use 2 for today. But that'll help free up some of Tristan's spells, since she can now cast Bless and things like that.
Oh, yeah.
And she chose the Strength domain, so that as she grows in level, she'll get spells from that kind of domain skill area. And it just gives us an additional thing to fight with us. It's got decent AC all around. It's got a bite attack and I think like 4 claw attacks, I think is what it said.
Yeah. Cool.
Or it might get up to 4, like as it levels up and such. It might get additional ones later on. Okay. But yeah, that's pretty much all you've missed. We're gonna re-equip Amiri, because whenever you unequip people, it or whenever you change like people's loadouts and re-skill them, then it does that. Oh, she's got a +1 light crossbow, so +7, 2 to 7 damage, +6, 1 to 8 damage. I think light crossbow is probably a little bit better. We're gonna give Tristan this +3, 1 to 8, +3, 1 to 10. Yeah, let's do that. And then, can my character use a crossbow? No. let's give the other crossbow to... Let's give it to her, I guess. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Okay. And then Tristan doesn't wear armor and everyone else does, correct? Yep. So we're going to give Tristan the bracers of armor, which will help his AC a little bit. Not a whole lot, but a little bit. Okay. So now we have to figure out where we want to kind of go. I think we're going to probably make our way here to kind of connect this, and then down along this way. We might come over here first. Connect down here. Down. Because we don't really have much left to explore. And then once we like hit down here, on our way back, we can hit up the old sycamore and come up this middle section, maybe. So I think that's what we're going to do. We're going to kind of make our way over towards this area. Two Rivers Fields. Quiet and unremarkable area not far from the confluence point of the Crooked River and the Shrike River. No major roads cross the area and travelers are rare. So I guess let's see what's going on in this area.
Quiet footsteps.
I want to custom format. We want to try to bring this dude up here, I think. Probably like so.
It's like a flower.
It's a boggard. And whatever that is. Charge? Yeah, we can. Go get him. Miss.
Tear them apart!
I've been terrifyingly croaked.
I have been terrifyingly croaked. I don't really want to use our bardic stuff yet, but we can try.
Do you mean to have Amiri with the Great Club?
Yeah, the Great Club does like 5 less max damage, but she has a +4, +4 more to hit with it. So until she gets like higher with her base attack bonus, I think I'm going to let her use that because she's going to hit more often, even though she doesn't hit quite as hard.
Makes sense.
Have her run up over here.
Let us strike as one.
Trish is going to be up and over to here, I think. And we'll go ahead and bless us all.
I'll loot your corpse.
Die for me.
He does get all the attacks. He had 5 attacks just then.
Listening.
Oh god, I need to rearrange her abilities now because she has all kinds of different things. Alright, so those are all her spells, I mean. That's her Strength Surge, and that's going to be her Rage and her Charge. Okay. We're going to deactivate the AI because she just like instantly raged, and I did not want her to rage just then.
My way.
So,
Wow.
alright.
Do you get a pet companion with being a druid?
So I took these. Normally you get one at level 1, but because I took the order of Defender of the True World or First World,
be generous to them, for I am
I don't get one until level 4 because I chose the animal domain as my domain.
They go down!
But yes, I will get one. I'll get one next level.
One shot that guy.
Tristan hit it for 10.
Oh, missed that
Careful
part.
now.
No, I don't. Wait, where's Lindsay? Oh my god. I'm like, why is Amiri the one trying to disarm that trap?
Applause, please.
Oh, I am curious. +9. +8. Amiri has almost as good of a trickery as... Maybe I stop back by the,
I see something.
Stop back by the Shrike River and see if Amiri can pick the lock on that thing.
I failed. I'm sorry. It's just not my lucky day.
Come on, you can do it.
Anything else?
There, thank you. It was only DC 17, you kept failing that badly.
If there's gold, it's mine.
Applause, please.
Applause, please. Ooh, a short spear. A +1 short spear.
Precisely.
Doesn't look like this is too big of a location either.
They dare threaten me.
You deserved it.
Nice. And we just charge on in. Whack. Killed. Oh, there's another one. Where's the other one? Oh, over there. Okay. Ah, there's more. There we go. Back up a little bit. Oh, and there's also a boggart. Interesting. The boggart's fighting the wolf? No, that's my XP. Uh-oh. Oh, my second screen. It is no longer a second screen. My iPad died. I'm gonna have to charge it before next time. So I think we're just gonna run up along here. Not my wolf. Not my wolfie. Can we charge over here? We cannot. I think we're just gonna set up over here because we're fixing to bring in all those wolves.
Any last wishes?
And we missed. Amiri, I have faith in you. Go get him. Nice. One shot that wolf. My character, I have faith in you. Go get him.
You forced my hand.
Yeah, we missed. Terrifying croak. Alright, you ready to see all the attacks from my pet? Here we go. 5 attacks. 1, 2, 3, 4 hits. Nice. Hit him. Yeah, there we go.
not falter!
This is where I step in.
Tear them apart!
Stab their backs.
I'll try to make this swift.
Can we charge here? We can. Let's do that. Yeah, there we go.
Bleed for me.
Bleed for me.
Onwards!
Looks like it's just the one wolf left, which should be relatively easy.
Serves you right.
There we go. Nice.
Quiet footsteps.
You deserved it.
They go down!
So it's come to this.
Nice. There we go. Nailed it.
What's that thing?
Would you look at that? Applause, please.
What else did she check and see? I'm not sure. Oh, it was a little topaz ring, silver chain, silver earring. Interesting. Looks like we've kind of explored everything that we could here. Looks like we're done searching around here. Nothing else to be found. Are you still there, John?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I just hadn't heard you in a while.
Oh, yeah.
High ground. This resource isn't in your lands and cannot be claimed. Okay. That's all that goes that way. Alright, let's go ahead and since we're here, see if Amiri can pick the lock that we're unable to pick with Lindsay last time. Do a little quick save. Go get Amiri.
That was easy.
Yeah! Amiri rolled a 19 with her +8 to get the 27 that we needed. Get us an extra +1 ring of protection. Is there anyone that needs it though? Nope, 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 and I don't think it's going to help my character either. Let's see. No, it does not. But I no longer would have to use Tartuccio's. We'll swap it out for Tartuccio's. +4, 3 to 8. What does this do? +4, 3 to 8 as well, so same thing. +3, 1 to 6. +3, 1 to 4. So that's not going to be as good. +2, 1 to 6. Oh, he can't even use that. Okay. I'll swap you back over. You're good there. Swap you back over. Okay. Yeah, I think that was everything that we need here. Not a wasted trip then. Good on us.
The way seems clear.
I like the picture that Amiri's character has.
Like it?
Yeah. I just like how they designed her character and drew her character out.
Is it
Rat
in the
Nook
Player's
Hill.
Handbook?
I think so. I think it's a character straight from the Player's Handbook. I think it's just the barbarian picture in it, but I still like how it looks.
Yeah.
That's one thing that I really liked about Pathfinder is a lot of their art I really liked. A mutilated body looks like it was eaten by some rodents.
Ugh.
What's that glitter?
Would have been nice to see that trap before running over it.
I failed. I'm sorry.
Holy crap.
If there's gold, it's mine.
Anything else?
Don't fail, Lindsay.
I failed. I'm
I said
sorry.
don't fail.
It's just not my lucky day.
Oh my god. Come on.
I failed. I'm sorry.
You can just keep trying with the same character.
Yeah, as long as you don't fail by 5 or more.
Applause,
If you fail by
please.
5 or more, you set it off. I think that's right, if I remember correctly. Wait. Before you do this,
Share your
we're gonna
troubles.
go ahead and cast another Bless.
I will not be trifled
And
with.
we're going to cast a Guidance.
I wrote it like I saw it. Applause,
There we go.
please.
What's that?
That's easy.
Where's my character? There we go.
Stay on your
We're gonna
toes.
cast another Guidance on Lindsay.
I see something. What troubles you? I failed.
God
I'm sorry.
dang it, Lindsay. You're
Everything
killing
has
me.
a price.
Lindsay the Magnificent? Lindsay the Illustrious? Something more simple, like Lindsay the Great? Maybe Lindsay the Indecisive.
Quiet footsteps.
Okay, we have made a 100% loop around. So we'll come back up here. And I guess we'll heal up these guys.
Confide in me.
One more for good measure. Okay, just kidding. One more for good measure. There we go. Okay. Hopefully, we can take whatever's in here.
Pose? I need inspiration.
Okay, they don't have to be all like this now.
I need a moment to recover.
Okay, they really don't have to be like all this now.
Terrible mistake.
That's what you think.
They can stop literally anytime they want.
Oof. They're actually doing a lot of damage to you.
This won't kill me.
Jesus. Okay, well, they don't have a lot of HP, so that's good. Rage, I guess.
This is my chance to run. Terrible mistake.
Okay, you really don't have to just keep attacking my dude on the ground.
That's where you're wrong.
Yeah, because they want to.
Yeah, for real.
Stay behind me! I'm... oh, right.
Have you seen the trailer for the new Matrix movie?
I think I have, actually. I feel like I have.
Pretty cool.
I'm optimistic to see how it ends up looking.
Yeah. I mean, all the sequels were so bad, so I don't think it's gonna be good, but it looked cool.
Yeah.
Bring it!
Magritio, Turinos.
Won't kill me!
Stop.
Let us strike as one!
What's all their alchemist fire flasks or whatever they are?
Real. Oh my god. I hit 3 times and did no damage.
Oh yeah, because they're beasts.
Yeah.
Where's your silver?
Throw your silver pieces at them.
Right, where's my silver? That indeed is the question, isn't it?
Can you load a sling with silver pieces? And...
Oh, why not?
I don't quite think it works that way.
Why not?
I don't know, but I don't think it does.
Maybe not in this game, but like in D&D or something? Pathfinder?
I mean, maybe. Potentially, I guess.
The weak
I think
side
I'm gonna die here.
Players do it.
I'd let a character try it.
Yeah.
Alright.
I
Do not
genuinely think
falter.
I'm gonna die here because I can't hit this guy because of concealment.
Well, American cast True Strike.
Right.
How much HP does it have? Oh, it's full health. Never mind.
They go down!
Oh my god, he actually has so much health too.
Concealment just wore off on the one way, right? Oh,
Please.
that one.
Yeah, that one.
Onwards!
Move around to flank it at least.
Oh yeah, I guess I could do that, couldn't I?
Yeah.
Please stop. Okay, he's dazed, so he's not gonna be able to do anything this turn. Oh, crit. That's helpful.
What a miserable last chapter.
Okay, they really don't have to do
Stay
that.
behind me!
Are all your people down?
Yes, all my people are
Almost.
down.
Looked away
Bring
for
it.
like half a minute. Come
But
back.
I
and
cannot
kill the
hit
whole
him because
party.
of his concealment.
I can't keep this up much longer. I always survive.
Oh, only one more round of it.
Oh, I only have one more character who's about to die. To this guy
Yeah.
right here.
The one that does no damage.
Survive.
Jesus.
I always survive.
Oh.
Yep, that's it. You have to start all over.
No, no,
Already
no.
died.
If that were the case, then we would be... Okay, hold on. We're pausing. We're pausing because
I will not be trifled with.
someone has something that can help.
Share
us.
your
Yeah.
troubles.
Where do we think they are?
There's like one on either side of the entrance, right?
I think so, but I don't know
then-
exactly. I don't know if they move up when that happens or if they're just like hiding there, you know?
Yeah, I don't know.
Hold on, before I do this,
Stay
let's
on your toes.
Do you have any detection spells?
I have Fairy Fire.
I'm listening.
Once a girl told me my eyes light up her world. I said that the
I do
blessing of
things
Sorcerer will light
my
up her soul.
way.
She seemed disappointed.
Summon a
You
wolf out there or something.
Oh yeah, I
always
could
have
do
the
that,
upper
couldn't I?
hand.
Let's do that.
Something bothering you?
Careful being grouped up like that, because the alchemist one is gonna throw all the bombs on you.
Yeah, that's true. I do need to try to get out. Let's make sure we... Well, he's not going to be the one that I need to worry about. There's no save here. Okay. I have a plan. It's probably not the best plan, but... We're going to spread out a little bit, I think. Just by backing up there. What is Ragongar's? Is it 17? Yeah, he's just gonna cast shield for now. Move him over to here, I think. Just to try to spread out for this turn. You know? Amiri's gonna go ahead and try to get some damage out there. Valerie's just gonna move up here. Can we daze these guys? No. Oh, we could daze him. Let's try that. He made a save. Of course he did.
It's a save.
+2. It's like a 13 DC or something like that. Okay, that's the guy that I want. Because now... Tristan can do that. And now Fairy Fire. Outline creatures do not benefit from concealment, normally provided by darkness, blur, displacement, invisibility, or similar effects. So now our 50% miss chance should not matter on that guy. Problem is I couldn't do that last time because Tristan went down so quickly.
I need a moment to
My
recover.
character's fixing to go down though.
A terrible
Yep.
mistake.
That's okay. She can go down for this turn. I'm okay with that.
Oh, how many attacks does he get?
He gets like a bunch.
Nice.
A bunch. That's all you need to know. +27. Additionally, you are not affected by a mischance that applies to trying to strike console target. On your next attack, your single next. Okay, so I think this turn Ragongar is going to set up for an attack. And he's probably just going to move over to here. I'll go for this guy. So we can damage this guy. It's just going to take a good bit. Maybe Amiri can finish him. Nope, not quite.
2 damage.
Charge that guy. He's a level 8 rogue, that's why he gets so many attacks.
Yeah.
He's a dirty cheater. You know, we're just gonna continue to try to daze this guy. There we go, so he's not attacking this turn.
Says they're humans. Interesting.
Well, yeah, they're just like anthropes.
Yeah. Just didn't think about it. That they're probably human.
Do that. Heal a little bit, not a whole lot. Okay, please stay alive. I need you to stay alive. Okay. Got True Strike still. So we got some damage from the True Strike. Oh my god, he has so much HP.
He is level 8.
Yeah, I know. I don't even know which one's the ones that I need to worry about at this point. We're gonna let her delay after that. And then she's gonna move around to here.
Let us strike as one.
Miss. And now Miri can charge there. And miss. You'll love to see it.
You love to see it. Was that a critical miss? Oh, nice.
Okay, well, he's dazed again.
Nice.
Was it, though? I don't think we did anything to him.
Well, at least he can't act, right? What does phase even do?
Move up over here, I guess.
The weak suffer. I endure.
Alright, you got one shot. Make it count. Never mind.
Oh,
Maybe I
they get
can't do
attack
this
of
yet.
opportunity from.
Do not falter.
Do what?
What did Regengar provoked an attack of opportunity? What was he trying to do?
He was trying to use a Shocking Grasp spell on the guy.
Can you just not cast spells in combat like that? I
He
thought
should be
could.
able to. That's why I've been confused about it. Because he should be able to do that.
Maybe he needs to be a higher level.
Maybe. Okay, we're just gonna reload. I'm not killing it in that fight. I don't think I can do this one. At least not yet.
You're level 3?
Yeah, I'm level 3. Maybe at level 4. I mean, we're really close. Do we have anything that I can use to like help us like get buffed and stuff? That's the thing.
Seems like you need to be able to get more damage from.
Yeah, I know. And I haven't found any silver, is the thing. I don't really have a lot of, like... What is this? Let's see. Scroll of Call Lightning. Cast level 5. That sounds powerful.
To be outside to use that, right?
Do you? Immediately upon completion of the spell and once per round thereafter, you may call down a 6-foot wide and 30-foot long vertical bolt of lightning that deals 3d6 points of electricity damage. The bolt lightning flashes down a vertical stroke within the range measured from the position at the time. Any creature in the target, do not call a bolt of lightning immediately. Other actions, even spellcasting, can be performed first. Each round after the first, you may use a standard action, concentrating on the spell, to call a bolt. Each time you cast a bolt, the spell's duration is reduced by 1 minute. I don't think you do.
Guess not. I thought you had to... I mean, this was D&D 5e, but... had a druid try and cast that spell. I feel like I remember reading they had to like at least see the sky or something.
Maybe. I mean, we can give it a shot and find out. There ain't no harm in that.
Could be mistaken though.
Maybe we try this. Actually, that's probably better on Ragongar. So we'll do that. We'll let Amiri have a potion of enlarge person. We'll let this chick have a potion of enlarge person, I guess. Shield of Faith is
Valerie.
deflection based. Yeah. Yeah, so that's not going to really actually help us because we have the Rings of Protection. I guess it'd give us a +1 bonus.
What kind of wands do you have?
I have the Grease Wand, which I'm probably going to try using. And I have the Wand of Find Traps. But that's pretty
So
much
not
it.
very helpful.
Yeah. What does this do? Info. Sorry, horrible dread that caused them to become shaken. Not really something I think is going to be all that useful. Okay. So maybe what we do, we save real quick here. We go ahead and start spread
What
out.
troubles you?
Share your troubles.
Together we are unstoppable.
What you want?
Well, I guess we're
I
not going
need
to
a
start completely
chalice.
I
spread
will
out.
not be trifled with. The way seems clear.
I'm listening.
Stay on your toes.
We're going to go ahead and resummon all of our mites.
My
But at the same
Lindsay
time,
was
what
called
else do we
for.
need?
Something bothering you?
Here I am.
Got Bless
See.
for another 30 seconds. Alright, so she's going to drink her potion. That'll last for 1 minute.
I am
She'll
your
drink her
shield.
potion. That'll last for a minute.
I yearn
And he'll get
for
ready for that, I guess.
entertainment.
Vitium Turinos. Give the order.
They should have known better.
Stop going after me! Jesus. Okay, so made his fortitude save, but he still suffers. That only lasts for a round. Jesus. Well, that didn't really do a whole lot for us.
Tear them apart!
Ugh. This is not good.
Let us strike as one!
Amronda Gratio.
The weak suffer. I endure.
Yeah, he gets an attack of opportunity there. I don't understand why he gets the attacks of opportunity at that point.
They go down!
Do not falter!
Yeah, I just don't think I can beat these guys at my current level. Try that there, I guess. What are all their reflex saves? Plus 10. Plus 12. So plus 10 and plus 12, so they're not gonna fail the grease spell.
I can't keep this up much longer.
Ugh.
Avenge me. Avenge me.
Bring it!
Avenge me.
I don't think I've hit him a single time except for spells. Well, somehow he failed his save.
Tear them apart! Won't kill me!
Oh snap, I hit him once. Leave poor Lindsay alone. Give me a crit. That was not a crit. We killed the alchemist. For what it's worth.
Protect me. What? A miserable last chapter.
If only I could revive them, but I can't. Yeah, no. Okay. I just don't think I can do this one at this point in time. Even after doing a little bit of preparation there, I just don't think it's possible.
What you want?
Share your troubles.
See this real quick. Yeah, no, that didn't do anything. Okay. No, I don't think I can. I got the Alchemist that time. I'm just not sure that there's a way that I can realistically kill all of them is the issue. Because I mean, just looking through I have protection for, or resist cold potions, but that's not going to help. I think I'm just going to have to come back to it. So I think the easiest thing to do is just revert back to right here. I think that's where we were at before we came here. And when we go up a level, we'll have some additional hit points and stuff, and we'll try coming back to Ratnook Hill.
May we have a moment of
I feel like in like
respite?
one more level you'll be able to do it.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm hoping. There's no telling now where it was supposed to lead, nor who passed this way. Could go to the trail in the hills. That's kind of going down and away from our original route's plan. Let's kind of explore over this way a little bit. Someone's on the road. Get ready. Having reached the edge of the milky white blanket, we stopped. I've never seen a denser, thicker fog in all my life. Stretching my hand forward, I could hardly see the outline of my fingers, and if my arms were as long as my companions, I don't think I'd even see my elbows. We exchanged hesitant looks. It would be impossible to find one's way through this haze. One of us used magic to analyze the fog. Let's do that. It was clear the gloom was of unnatural origin, but who or what could have spawned such a thing? We tried to light our way with a torch. The fire colored the fog in a homely warm tones, but this did not improve the visibility. Fortune favors the brave. Having formed a single line with our hands on each other's shoulders, we moved forward carefully. Sure. Soon the air became so damp it was hard to breathe, and we were soaking wet in a blink of an eye. With each step, our eyes told us less and less, until finally we were completely blind. It was positively impossible to continue in this way. After a roll call, having made sure all of us were in place, we tried to turn around and walk the opposite direction. Alas, we may as well have had our eyes closed, stumbling and cursing anything and everything. We strayed for half the day. It was only by sheer luck that we managed to come clear of that place, and exactly in the spot we started out from. Tired, wet, and hungry, we swore that there was nothing that would make us walk back into that haze. So, apparently can't go down into there. Let's see if I can get to this. Yeah, there we go. We'll rest here first.
Oh, the Technic League. We'll even the score. I swear to Callistria.
Oh, thank you,
I hope they send more of
Jonathan.
their agents to us. It feels so
I'll have to do that in a
good
little
to
bit.
watch
Actually,
them
I've already
grow.
caught one today. I'm good. I'm at 4 out of 30. Alright, here we go. Scorched fragment of a necklace.
The way seems clear.
I think maybe I go ahead and use my wand to find traps. Gives me 16 charges, lasts for 3 minutes. Gives me a plus 10 on perception. Who has the best perception? Lindsay has plus 12, I have plus 10, plus 8. So it looks like Lindsay, so we'll let Lindsay use it.
What troubles you?
I literally never read what that wand did. I would just like click it when I was like, I feel like there's a trap here. Just click it.
Actually, you know, which one of the people in the front has the best perception? Because I don't want to... Okay, my character does. Can my character use the wand? No. But Emiri can.
Well,
Is that part of her spell list? I guess so. Okay. Emiri will be our trap finder, I guess, with a plus 18 now. Is that right? And then she should have... you gain insight equal to half your caster level, which is cast level 3 on perception. Okay, so she'll have like an additional like plus 1 or 2. So.
Well, that kind of sucks.
Yeah. Well, it's only cast level 3.
Can you make an epic pose? I need inspiration.
No.
It's a leopard. Oh, it's a... Oh my god, it's challenge rank 10? Jesus. Hello, Mr. Leopard. Don't mind me. Look at all of the play friends that I made. All 2 of them. You know what? We're going to delay until after the Leopard goes.
We shouldn't have.
tear them apart!
He's drawn first blood.
I think the leopard actually drew first blood because he hurt Emiri. But I definitely hurt him back.
What I meant.
Oh, that's okay. I'm like, I definitely don't think I was the one that did that. Go, my big dude. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh. 3 hits that time.
Let us
Well, that damage though when it hits.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty decent.
I'm pretty sure a leopard would run away now.
You would think.
Not if it's protecting its nest and its young.
Yeah, maybe
So,
it's protecting its nest and young.
not called a nest.
Your
What's it called?
death
Den?
awaits.
Layer,
Yeah.
den, something.
Lair.
At challenge rank 10, it's a layer at that point.
Oh, there.
Oh my god, stop. Please stop.
The weak suffer.
Oh my god.
Lair and minions.
Jesus!
They go down!
Oh, took down 2. Dang.
You forced my hand.
You're gonna get killed by a
I'm
leopard.
not. This dude's gonna finish him.
Well, 2 people did, right? Or just 1?
Just the one. Oh, I didn't get my skin, unfortunately. Oh well. Ooh, what is this? +1 composite short bow. Is that all that was here? Just a short bow. Nothing more.
Quiet footsteps.
Okay, so let's see. Who would be using the short bow best? Maybe her. Let's see, +7 and 2 to 7 damage. +7, 1 to 4. Nope, you can definitely keep using that. You're never going to use a ranged weapon. You're probably never going to. What about you, Trish? No, you can't use it. We'll give it to you, just because you might run out of spells one day. Okay. Well, I don't think I can really do much else that direction. So we'll come back across the river and make our way down. Can't really do much else that direction now. Old Mesa. Let's go to the Old Mesa.
That's where I live.
That's where you live? Is that where you set up your base area?
No. Just kidding.
Oh.
Because I live in Mesa.
Oh. We're going to visit you.
That's me.
Hey, you know what I should probably do before
Share
this?
your troubles.
Magritium Turinos.
There we go. Okay.
There's a camp.
I couldn't handle 3 were-rats. Do I really want to go against a greater werewolf?
It doesn't have concealment.
It doesn't. And it's only level 5. The were-rats were at least level 8. Oh, let's take a look at it.
You got this. As long as there aren't more hiding in the rocks around you.
It reduces all damage by 10. That's probably why the were-rats were so difficult. Maybe I'll get some silver from here.
Just letting the ink dry.
Check it out. Lindsay's gonna be so stealthy. Give me that. Oh, never mind.
How does he not seek you? You're just standing out.
We don't talk about that, okay? Look, Amiri blessed everyone. So sweet.
I love when my barbarian blesses me.
Right? I don't really know what else I want her to do, though. I guess she can just run up there at the dude. No, because he's going to get all of his attacks if we do that. So she's just going to step aside. We'll summon a giant frog back here. He'll run past the giant frog, and the giant frog will be flanked on him. And we'll all be set. We're probably going to be resting soon. We can bone shatter him. Yeah, that's right. Get those bones shattered. Be gentle. Oh, my goodness. No, that's not what I want to do. Okay. Well, I guess let's charge to get me a better to hit chance. Nothing. I don't think my Smilodon dude is gonna really be doing much. So.
Do not fall down.
I'm not sure many of my people are gonna be doing much. Oh, there we go. That's what we like to see. Calling upon your strength and wisdom, deity, you gain +1 luck bonus attack damage. We'll cast that, I guess. And then she'll rage and just run it up. We're going to not do that. Oh, but we can. Does this give it? Enhanced bonus on attack and damage roll spell can affect this by or any other. Dang. I was hoping that would make it magical so it gets by.
Oh, magic fang. Why would it give it magic?
I was hoping they'd get past damage reduction. But it doesn't look like it will.
I'll loot your corpse.
We're doing no damage.
Are you still? Yeah, why are you still trying to fight were creatures?
It's just one. Look, we've got him halfway. We have him right where we want him. Okay, stop, please.
You know the definition of insanity, right?
It's a different fight, which means it's a different set of scenarios and things. Look at all this. Look at all of that. Can he even do anything?
All those
No.
misses?
Yeah, all those misses.
Look, I think he healed more that turn than you did to
He
him.
didn't heal any. Shut up. See, you didn't get an attack of opportunity that time. What is this garbage?
It's because he's flanked.
That is not the reason. We're going to 5-foot step away, because I don't want to die. And we're going to let this dude get a little bonus. I should have given the bonus to my frog, but yeah, it is what it is.
Okay, I'm just saying it totally did.
Okay, you don't have to attack my barbarian, please. What's in the box? I want to know what's in the box, please. I can't. Let me in the box. Okay, fine.
Your bard is gonna. You're trying to make your bard search instead of actually contributing.
Yeah, because all she's doing is 1 damage.
It's the only thing bards are good for anyway.
Exactly. Oh, look at that! Look at that damage. Okay, ignore those last 3 damage rolls. There. Now the bard's gonna be able to get into that box. Oh, crit of 4. Heck yeah. We're rocking and rolling now, folks. See, he got one that time. I don't understand this. Doesn't matter. We rocked. Oh, it would not have helped at all. A ruby. Okay, so downside is these guys did not have any silver on them. We were hopeful and we did not get what
That's why they died.
You know, that's very likely the case. You are correct. That's a funky little glow going on.
That's easy.
The old mesa.
Something bothering you?
Yeah, something's kind of bothering me. Get nothing. Okay, good enough. We're gonna rest before we need that. H2O. Alright, so I think I need to kind of come up and along this area right here. Just finish this up, and then I'll loop back around and come over here. How long do I have? 54 days. I've got time. Glade in the Wilderness. I want to go to the Glade in the... Stop. I don't want to. Is it going to let me go this way? No,
I think
it's
you
not.
had to go. Yeah.
Okay.
May we have a moment of respite?
No, there will be no moments of respite. Okay. Now there's a moment of respite.
How do you live like this, huh? Do something stupid for once in your life. Get drunk. Go sleep with a stranger. Get into a fight. And not for honor, just because you feel like it. Show us you're a living person.
I live like a person.
I like Ragongar.
What you describe sounds more like living as an animal. Thanks for your concern, but I can
Yeah.
do without such
He's
pleasures.
interesting. He's kind of underwhelming in my opinion, though.
Like, as a character, as a class.
As a class.
Yeah, I agree. I don't like his class, I guess, technically.
This character's kind of cool. It's a weird relationship with Octavia, though.
Yeah, he does. That much I do agree with. Alright.
Don't.
The Glade in the Wilderness. Oh.
To victory!
What are these? Wolf from Silence Pack. Why does that make me feel like I'm fixing to fight another werewolf?
Ooh, you think?
Magritium Turinos.
Why do they all feel like they have to
Let
attack
us strike as
my
one.
main character? I don't appreciate that.
I swear they target your main character. When they can.
Yeah, I'm kind of in agreement there. They do seem like they do that.
I'll try to make this swift.
I think Yuri's just gonna rage. I don't think we really need to use one for blesses.
Tear them apart!
She probably didn't even need to rage if we're being honest.
Stab their backs.
Get him. Oh, that's not getting him. Get him. There we go. Get him. There we go. Get him. Yeah, that's what we like to see.
Do not falter.
We're gonna wait like a minute because we want her to not be fatigued in a fight. Here goes my mites.
Quiet footsteps.
A wolf from Silence Pack. Why do I feel like Silent is gonna be up here somewhere? They're only level 5. I think there's like 3 of them up over here though.
I always have the upper hand.
Oh, I could totally cast Hold Animal on them. I forget that I have that spell. Is she almost done? 3, 2.
Magritium Turinos.
Done with waiting.
Adventures call to the
Aparanes Sentes.
Blood for Gorum!
Okay, it looks like there's only... Oh no, there's 3. Okay. Come get me. And I think she's just gonna kind of chill back here. As with this dude.
serves you right.
Little tiny wolves. Silly wolves.
So it's come to this.
Cover me!
Onwards!
They go down!
I needed a 2 and I rolled a 1.
You deserved it.
Repent! They're enraged. Be generous to them, for I am not.
Your death awaits.
Oh, my little dudes. Yeah. Yeah.
I'll cut you.
There we go.
Die for me.
Stay
And this should
behind
finish
me!
him off.
More wolves.
More wolves. We didn't even have to rage that time.
Nice.
The way seems clear.
Okay, well, I think we're just gonna have to go inside this area. We're going into the layer of Silence Pack.
Careful now.
We will prevail!
Yeah, this looks like it might be a bigger fight, so we're gonna go ahead and rage and charge on it.
Urge into the fray.
Go.
Bleed for me.
Bleed for me. Ow.
I'll loot your corpse.
One wolf down. We're gonna move up here and hill. I guess Lindsay's just gonna kind of double move up to get in range of everything.
Bring it!
Bleed for me.
Quiet footsteps.
Time for fun.
Dang it, I was hoping to get it before her rage wore off. Crap.
Have you met Silent?
I have not met Silent yet. I was halfway expecting to meet Silent during that fight, but I did not.
Yeah.
Let's do that. Bleed for
Fear me.
When does this last? A minute per level? We're gonna go ahead and cast that on. Make the animal companion more deadly.
Oh.
I don't think we need the spell, the
This is where I step in.
song that makes things easier
Let
to
us
hit.
strike as one!
We'll see.
You forced my hand.
Tear them apart!
Yeah, look at that damage. Oh, one more. Yeah, there we go.
Go.
Stab their backs. Precisely.
We're starting to run out of bless.
Let's see what they're made of.
Let's see, we have 26 rounds of bless, or 26 seconds of bless left, and 37 seconds of silence wolflings. Look, we found the babies.
You're gonna kill the babies?
I might. Look, I can make a
there.
wolf. Silent here? I don't see silent here. But there's a lot of creatures, so we're gonna go and do that. We're gonna do that. And spare, I guess.
They go down!
They go down.
I'll try to make this sweet.
Yeah, there we go. Take them out. I'm almost scared to see where Silent is, or what Silent is.
No.
If these are Silent's wolflings, then surely Silent is just like a dire wolf or something.
Yeah.
Cover me!
Which makes me think I shouldn't be too scared of it. Oh, Silent the Wolf Alpha. Be gentle.
We found it.
She only has a will of 5.
Level 7 animal.
Step over here, I think. And try that. Get wrecked, Silent. Oh, that's awkward. So now Silent is held.
That's right.
And now that wolf can't do anything, so it's just the wolflings. So she's fixing to just watch us like murder her wolflings and not be able to do a thing about it.
Horrible. Thought you were a druid, a lover of nature.
I am a druid. Okay, we'll attack her.
So it's come to this.
Oh, great. There's more people that come through for her. What is this nonsense? How many wolves are there?
Do not falter!
Use your fireball.
Right, because I totally have fireball.
Cleric doesn't have fireball?
My cleric doesn't have fireball. How long has she held? 2 more rounds? Okay. We can do this in 2 rounds.
Your death awaits.
Maybe, if I can hit. Okay, we got this. And now he's gonna kill Silent. Yep, there goes Silent.
Bring it!
Boom. And now all that's left is this one wolf. Which knocked me down. That was kind of rude.
Or frustrating.
Do what?
I'll loot your
So
corpse.
frustrating when they do that.
Stab
Yeah,
their
no.
backs.
Serves you right.
We did it. killed Silent and her wolf pack.
Seems just rude.
Well, I mean, they attacked me first, kind of.
Kind of. You came into their den.
That's easy.
And they attacked me when I did. They attacked me first.
Okay, so if somebody busted into your home, you wouldn't attack them?
I mean, I might have been bringing nice treats for them. They don't know.
Were you?
I mean...
No.
I have chocolate.
Dogs can't eat chocolate.
I also have 15 chunks of meat.
Their livers can't process the xanthines in chocolate.
This would be true. You're not
chocolate.
wrong. Chocolate's a nice treat.
Or toxic poison.
It depends on how you look at it.
Let me guess, the chocolate was coating your weapons.
It might have been. That way, even if they killed me, they weren't going to win. Yes, I know I can't go that way. That was my bad. Overgrown pool. I've spotted enemies on the road. I shall fight them. It's Silent's baby daddy. He's upset about it. What are these people? Bandits. Bandit cult. These fools have no idea who they're messing with. Like I said, they have no idea who they're messing with. I don't even feel like dealing with these people.
Cover me!
He blessed them.
Yes.
Repent!
Stay behind me!
Stay behind her. And now our wolf friend is gonna just demolish them. I think that was it, right? Yeah, this is just one of those
The way
encounter
seems
maps.
clear.
It's not a wolf. It's more like a saber-tooth
Yeah,
tiger,
saber-tooth,
right?
saber-tooth Tigger. Tigger's gonna nom 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 them. Achievement progress? I thought I already got that achievement. I wonder if it counts for each playthrough. Oh, I have so many options. Oh, can't do this one. Gotta go back.
May we have a moment of respite?
Three Pine Inlet. Yeah, let's go in.
My strength betrays me.
Oh, I think this is this where you meet...
I wrote it when I saw it.
What's his name?
Possibly.
I mean, I guess that depends on what's his name you're talking about.
Oh, I'm trying to remember who it is. We're just gonna take care of this fatigue real quick. So that we don't have to deal with it during the fight. Because we're gonna rest after this, probably.
Quiet footsteps.
A long spell.
Oh no, I don't think this is for you. A tassel worm?
You deserved it.
We're gonna delay after them. So that we get all of our attacks. Oh, that was kind of rude. I expected more. Just that.
Your death awaits.
Bleed for me.
Amiri is just gonna charge this dude.
Let us strike as one!
You forced my hand.
Please stop. Yeah, there we go. Got him.
Careful now.
Right here, my friend.
Right here.
Magritium Turinos.
If there's gold, it's mine.
I'm sorry.
Well, that was quite rude.
This requires your attention. To victory!
Oh, is this going to be where I have to fight that really big Tazzle worm and I can't kill it without cold iron?
I found something interesting.
Because I'm not interested in not being able to kill. Oh my god. Can they not be part of this?
Why are you not interested in that? It seems like you've been interested in that most of the evening.
What? Fighting things that I can't handle?
Fighting things that you can't kill.
You know. Bless us. Rage. And move on up. Okay. Kill me. We're going to summon a mine over here.
Turinos.
Because we've got several dudes that are going to be frustrating to deal with.
Do not falter!
Yeah, teach them lessons. Not sure what lessons yet, but teach them lessons.
Any last wishes?
I really hate poison.
Tear them apart!
It's probably my least favorite thing about all this. Can I charge? I can. I can charge that guy too. So, there we go. Go, my might. Yeah, do some damage. Not my might.
Onwards! Ah!
4-5? Yeah, get him.
This is where I step in.
They go down!
Yeah. Alright. We have successfully looted all of these dudes. Or not looted, killed all of these dudes. What is this? A green quartz. +1 long spear. In ancient weather-worn ruins, time has been merciless to them. It is virtually impossible to tell when they were erected or who were the builders. But we found some stuff here. I got a silver disc. Can I throw that at the
Precisely.
were-rats? I feel like that would be helpful. Golden Chalice. Judging by the empty coffer, somebody was using this boat to transport quite a bit of goods, but where did all the stuff go? Well, that's a lot of gold right there. Oh, it's a recipe. What kind of recipe is it? Rice and nut pudding. Copy the recipe. I guess I've kind of cleared everything here.
I'm listening.
Let's
How may I help?
Alright. So we've cleared that area. We've got to be getting close to leveling 2, I imagine. Especially with all those enemies. Let's see. Yeah, we're only 350 away, roughly. I don't think there's going to be anything that's going to kind of...
May we have a moment of
Yeah,
respite?
no, we're just going to have to go back around. Yes, we're going to go ahead and rest, because everyone is fatigued.
Valerie, what weapon do you like best?
Whichever one I'm
Welcome
holding.
to our new viewer.
I'm trained to fight using any blade. Spears, axes, bludgeons, and poleaxes.
Playing
Spells with
Pathfinder
no weapon at
Kingmaker.
all.
Our character's a druid. We're just currently exploring the map right now while we have some extra time. We've got 51 days before our quest kind of expires and we fell. So we're just kind of approaching the border of our currently explorable area. That's going to turn us back, and now we'll kind of head up through this middle area, which will finish
May we have a moment of
our
respite?
exploration area. Yep, we're going to go ahead and rest. Let's see what this rice and pudding does. Provides +5 movement speed bonus for a day. So we basically gain an additional 5 movement speed. We would only have a 50-50 shot of really being able to do that. Let's see.
Are you there, Brett? Oh, Brett left. Go ahead.
Yeah, I think that's still our best option there. We'll move that over there though, just for now. 1 temporary hit point. That's also +5 movement speed, sweet pancakes. And rice and nut pudding, okay. Eggs, flour, honey, rice, milk, nuts. They do use different ingredients, that's pretty good. We're gonna stick with the hearty meal for now though.
Too bad.
Like the one
I
that gives
don't
+1 on your
I'd like to draw you.
saves, saving
Maybe
throws.
a portrait
I think that's the hearty
or
meal.
A caricature.
That's something new.
It's
I don't
only
think
for the
anyone's
first
ever drawn a
fight though, isn't it?
caricature of me before. think
I don't know. I
that's
don't
the
read things
best.
through thoroughly.
My knowledge of world isn't high enough to really benefit from cooking yet. It'll probably take another couple levels. You've spotted enemies. Where are the enemies? I spotted them. Where are they? Not nearby, apparently.
Damn better
Oh, there's a
ones.
bard among them this time. Bandit, bard, bandit, bandit. Okay. I'm sorry for how things are going to go down here, I guess.
So, Taya. I'll try to make this swift.
Can I charge anyone here? No. Okay, so we're just gonna move up over here, I guess.
Fear me.
Fear him, he says.
Serves you right.
I'll loot your corpse.
Poor man. They damaged me.
Bring it.
How dare he?
So, Taya.
How's that
So
going
it's
for
come
you,
to
my dude?
this.
Stay behind me.
What is that? Color spray. Nifty. We have dealt with the bandits on the road, and now we shall continue. I guess I'll head up to the old sycamore from here, or at least up along that direction. I'm gonna come up here, connect this, and then I can make my way back down and then up through the middle. And I think that'll explore pretty much the whole map for me.
My strength betrays me.
Okay, and now that I've explored that, I can just come back down this way.
Valerie, do you want to practice? How about a little one-on-one?
I accepted your offer once. The entire fight, instead of fencing honestly, you just tried to grab me. Thank you very much, but I can do without such practice.
No hearty meal for us, because our cook is bad. Our cook is Valerie, so our cook is bad. Okay, before we enter there, we're going to come over this way, connect that, come over this way, finish connecting that, and come back.
What's the point of connecting it?
Just so that if I'm looking on the map, I see it's all connected. It makes me feel better about it. It's like I'll come up along this way, connect all these, and then connect that one, and then probably head back to Oleg's.
The completionist in you.
Yeah. But we've explored everything except for the old sycamore and the rat nook area. And then, of course, this small little area right here. So far, we've explored literally everything that we can. I'm trying to make the best use of my time to truly complete everything that I can.
Greetings.
Keston Garrus, the former captain of Jamandi Aldori's personal guards, nods to you as though you'd seen each other in Restov only yesterday. He limps noticeably, and his clothes are stained with blood, and looks every bit as grim and focused as when you first met. But this time, you also sense a hint of excitement in his eyes.
I have urgent news from Restov. The investigation that I have conducted at Lady Jamande's orders have proved your innocence. Tartuccio was and still is the Pataxian spy. That dreadful night, it was him who had opened the gate and let the assassins in. It appears that he had planned to gain the barony and Eldori's support, only to later place these lands under the command of his true patron. King Iravetti is no stranger to intrigue, and likes to use others to do his dirty work. Anyway, Lady Jamande sends her apologies. Lady Jamande ordered me to capture Tartuccio. We were following his trail when that damned mist fell. First, we entirely lost our way, and then stumbled right into a bandit ambush. Alas, nearly all my people were wounded and can go no further. And so I am here asking for your aid. I'll point out on the map where Tartuccio is supposed to be. Bring that scum to Oleg's trading post, dead or alive. Restov
I always
will
thought
not
this guy
forget
was
this
weird.
favor.
I don't understand his story.
I mean, he's just like the captain of the guard, right?
I guess so.
What can Pataxian spies hope to find in the stolen lands?
Pataxian spies are much like magpies. They'll grab anything that catches their eye. Information, treasure, artifacts. This time, King Iravetti had a chance to seize the entire stolen lands region, and at the Eldori's expense. I'll give you some advice for the future. Be wary of the Pataxian king. He's truly a snake of a man.
King Iravetti is his name. The Pataxian king. You're a noble?
Used to be. It's only a name now, nothing more. The House Garess are a noble family in Brevoy. They own several mines in the Galushkin Mountains. My father Evan is cousin to Lord Howland Garess, but he's my father no longer.
Oh. Wait, does that mean that his father just died, or did he get disowned? Let's see here. House Garess is based in the western part of Brevoy, in the foothills of the Galushkin Mountains. It is led by Lord Howland Garess, who is a widower. His adoptive heir is Toval Golka, a dwarf and son of the clan chief of the Golka dwarves, Holding. House Garess had a good relationship with the Golka dwarves until the dwarves vanished. Members of the house worked the metal that the dwarves mined. The house's motto is strong as the mountains.
In any case, I brought shame upon my name and was punished accordingly. The family disowned me.
There you go. Family
I
disowned
fled to
him.
Restov and took up the life of a simple mercenary, until I received an assignment here in the Stolen Lands.
You asked me a favor, I'd say you. I don't really want to necessarily call upon a favor like that just to find out more about him. How did Tartuccio
That sly
manage to fool you?
bastard has caused us no little trouble, that's for sure. When he showed up in Restov and announced he was going to join the expedition, nobody suspected a thing. Yes, a gnome, yes, a sorcerer, but so what? Even after that terrible night, some of my people were willing to bet money on you being the spy.
What?
His overconfidence was his downfall. Tartuccio's henchmen, it seems, imagined they could safely meet with Pataxian spies in the town's seedy underbelly. But Restov is the ancestral home of the Eldori, and Lady Jamande is respected not only by the aristocracy and the common folk, but also by those on the other side of the law.
Ooh.
We received a message from the slums. A good friend, who wished to remain anonymous, suggested the Sword Lords take a closer look at a certain guest from Patax. Jamande immediately sent for me and ordered me to capture the spy, all very quietly, of course. He told us everything, and not only about Tartuccio. I doubt that Iravetti was pleased to hear of his agent's failure.
I don't necessarily think I need to know more about House Garess at the moment. Okay. So he's going to be at Oleg's trading post. We can always find out more information about him later if we want. I'll see you later. Farewell. Bye-bye. Deliver Tartuccio to Keston, dead or alive. Can
Quiet
do.
footsteps.
Come here. Come here. Come here. Yeah, got him. Nailed it.
Repent!
Go get him. Hunt like you've never hunted before.
You deserved it.
Stab their backs.
I'll cut you.
They go down!
strike is won.
We're killing deer. Technically,
You
I think they're
forced my
elves,
hand.
but
Any last wishes?
got it. Nailed it.
Die for me.
They're trying to hurt me. We just want your deer venison. Venison is good.
Do not falter.
Do not falter.
I'll try to make this swift.
Come on. There we go. Okay.
And so they walked on.
And so they walked on, indeed. Oh, what? I can't even loot them? That's garbage.
What troubles you?
We're going to cast
I take from the rich and take from the poor. It's my way of supporting equality.
guidance. And then we're gonna jump down here. Oh, okay, we got hurt. What was the point of coming down here?
Done.
Oh, okay. I don't understand, but sure.
Cover me!
Blood for Gorum!
Blood for Gorum. There's 4 of them. They're only level 1 though. Yeah.
This is where I step in.
Oh, there's 5 of them.
You'll be fine.
Let's come to
Yeah.
this.
Just little pretty cats. Dogs or something.
Your death awaits.
Pretty kitties, pretty kitties.
Onwards! Bring it!
Bleed for me.
Bleed for me. Nailed it. Skin the cats. Just kind of going around the outside right now. We're gonna
Stay behind me! Running won't help you!
pick up the middle sections of the map afterwards.
What are you doing?
Killing the deer.
What kind of druid are you?
I have to eat too, you know.
One who likes venison, apparently.
And we get
I thought
18
you
experience for it.
I thought you said you just had like 16 steaks or whatever. Cuts of meat.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Let us strike as one!
Serves you right.
Fear me.
I definitely needed to
Stab
kill
their
these.
backs.
They go down!
I can't believe you would just kill innocent wildlife like this.
Look, it gives us the meat.
18 experience, is that worth it?
The way seems clear.
Well, I've killed
I'm
5
the
of them.
best.
Dead man's face is set in a mask of terror. The body is covered in burns.
murder a den of wolves and all the young wolflings.
Yeah, you know. We're just evening the playing field. You know, we killed a lot of wolves. Now we have to kill a lot of the prey. We don't want them to kind of overtake everything, you know?
Here I am. See.
That's easy.
Applause, please.
Applause, please. There's enough supplies to camp once. Should we spend the night here?
It's a very nice looking campsite.
It is a very nice looking campsite. Surely nothing bad would happen, right? I can always come back and rest here.
Maybe save before you rest.
Save before I rest?
Yeah.
You just got a bad feeling about that?
I just remember that one time I rested and then there was like a will-o-wisp or something.
That's exactly that campsite.
That's what I thought. I was like, it looks familiar.
Look, now see, we're taking out more predators. Just as nature would have it.
Do not falter!
Balanced, as all things should be.
You deserved it.
Cover me!
That poor wolf. That poor wolf.
I'll cut you.
Look, now we're getting wolf skins.
I need wolf skins for it.
Huh?
So what do you need wolf skins for?
To sell. That's not what I was wanting. Drag that back down. Look, moon radishes. Kobold Dragon Shaman. A kobold lying in the middle of the patch calls out to you. Judging by the sorry state of his scales, he is the eldest of the group. His red eyes squint from the light, and his throat struggles to form words. Our patch. Our celestial radish. Yick, radishes. We grew them back in my village. One day, while I was reading a book, my pa grabbed it from me and threw it into fire. Then he made me go pick radishes. It was autumn, and the ground was wet and cold, and there were worms everywhere. Ugh, filthy roots. Leave quietly, taking a bucket of moon radishes with you. About that radish, what are you doing here? There's no place in these lands for such creatures. I must go. You know, they look like they're nice and comfy. I don't want to necessarily bother them, so we're just going to try to take some. Yeah.
You don't bother them, so you're just going to steal from them?
Yeah. I mean, they're resting, see? I mean, they're just kind of sleeping on the ground. And there's plenty for everyone. Finding the right moment, you quietly leave the patch with a sizable bunch of radishes in your hands. The kobolds pay you no heed. I want to talk to him again, though. Do moon radishes expire? Bunch of moon radishes acquired. I hope not. Oh, hey, we leveled up. Alright. Leveling up. We're gonna go...
You leveled up because you picked a radish.
You know it.
He stole a radish.
What kind of animal companion should I get? Should I get another one of those Similodons, a wolf, a monitor lizard, a mastodon, a leopard,
giant centipede,
giant centipede? It's one round for... Yeah. I feel like the two strongest would include the mastodon and
Well, those are.
The
How come they have different pictures?
Smilodon. What?
How come they have different little emblems next
I
to
don't
them?
know. I've always kind of wondered that.
Is it like kind of more like strength, dex, and intelligence kind of
Let's see.
focus?
Ability scores. Strength is highest there. Con and wisdom's highest there. Strength and con there. Dex and con and wisdom. No, I don't think so. Doesn't look like it. The centipede has a strength of 9. I don't know. Kind of want to just get like a whole bunch of these Smilodons.
That is so cool.
Be the wolf pack.
Or a leopard, or a mastodon.
And just have a giant elephant running around.
A mastodon isn't that? Is it an elephant?
Isn't it? Hold on.
Yeah.
Let me see. Mastodon. Yeah, mastodon's an elephant.
Cool.
It's like a woolly mammoth type thing.
Can trample.
Yeah, once it gets high enough level. How is it compared to this guy? That's what a Miri has.
One d6 and then 4d4, I guess.
Oh, this, yeah. 1d6 and 44. That does a d8 and a d6.
What's like the lizard do?
The lizard, d6 plus potential trip. And when it gets higher level, it'll have poison. But the poison's a con-based DC, so his con's so low that I don't think it's going to really do much. Bite 1d6 plus trip. 1d4, 1d2. Ugh, jeez. Oh, but he's got like super high dex, so he's going to be
1d4 plus trip. The trip is pretty nice, though.
Yeah, I know. I'm plus 4.
Look, 1d6 plus poison. Centipede.
That's centipede. D6 plus poison. It's con-based. The elk is D8 and 2. 1d4s.
Oh, that's pretty cool, actually.
The elk.
The dog gains ferocity.
The elk looks like it's very similar to the Smilodon. It doesn't get 4 claws, and in exchange it gains bonus to natural armor.
Gains powerful charge at level 7.
So it does 2d6 additional on a charge. Problem is, outside of the first round of combat, maybe I don't really have a lot of charging happening.
Yeah, but elk is cool.
Could just go with like a bear, I guess.
Good.
The bear will be kind of more of a tanky thing, I think. Because it's going to have 6 natural armor, then it'll gain 4. This has 4 natural armor, it gains 2.
Kind of like a Smilodon, as far as damage goes. A Mastodon, though.
I know. Problem is, I think the trample would also hit our allies, and since I'm going to be summoning a lot, I don't want to just run over all of our dudes.
That would be awesome.
It would be worth it.
So you think go with the Mastodon then?
Yes.
Go with your gut.
I don't know what my gut's telling me. The Mastodon has 7 natural armor, gains 3. It's also going to be more... It'll be just as tanky as the bear. 17, 13, 13. 14, 14, 13. Gains trample. Oh, I also get to wild shape now.
Oh, sick.
Plus 4 saving throws against spell-like and supernatural abilities of Fae. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna think on it. We're gonna come back to my character's level up, and we're gonna do Amiri's next, because hers is gonna be easier. Because we're probably just gonna take a level in the Inquisitor.
Secret Hunter.
While you're leveling, I'm gonna have to log off.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll probably only be streaming for another like 30. You know, we'll do the leveling, and then I'll probably be ending the stream at the end of the level, because this isn't a bad place to kind of call it either. So we'll finish up leveling and then kind of close out the stream.
All right. Well, cool. Jonathan, good to chat with you a little bit. Until next time.
Yeah. Take care.
Night, guys.
Good night.
Good night.
Okay, so I think we're gonna bump up her strength still, just because that's gonna be how she hits people and stuff. I think. Yeah, we'll just do that. Bump, 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 bump. Next. Alright, Precise Strike I think is going to be the thing that we want. When you and an ally who also has defeated flanking the same creature, deal an additional 1d6 points of precision damage with each successful melee attack. This bonus damage stacks with other sources of precision damage such as sneak attack. This bonus damage is not multiplied on a critical. So we're going to do that because also at this level we get Hunter Tactics. At 3rd level, Sacred Huntsmaster automatically grants her teamwork feats to her animal companion. The companion doesn't need to meet the prerequisites of these teamwork feats. So
that's pretty cool.
And I think they're going to work really well with Jethal, because I think Jethal also gets teamwork feats because she's an Inquisitor. So I think they're going to work really well in unison with her when we get to her. Probably get Expeditious Retreat. I don't know if you were here when I was talking about the things I was needing. I want to try to focus on getting spells that aren't going to require saves for her, because she's not going to be a main caster.
Yeah.
So
Expeditious Retreat is good because you can cast it and then run around the battle a lot quicker.
Right. Okay, so we'll go with that for her. I like that kind of setup. Valerie, I don't really care about her because we're not going to be keeping her later, so we're just going to blitz through her. We'll give her the extra hit points for now. Keep her tanky. We'll do that. Sure, we'll choose weapon specialization because that's what they recommend. Like I said, we're not keeping her later, so... Ragongar we're also not keeping later, so we'll just kind of go through what they recommend as well. Let's give him the extra strength. Why not? Boom, boom, boom. Oh wait, we don't need persuasion. Let's drop that down to get the perception bump too. Okay. Alright, so spells for him. Frigid Touch sounds like it's probably going to be pretty good for him. I like these spells, like the Bull's Strength, Cat's Grace, Bear's Endurance and stuff, but once we start getting the belts that give bonuses to them, these become less helpful, is the only downside. Maybe I give him something that will allow us to deal with creatures. I don't think I'm going to still have him whenever I encounter the trolls. So, cannot be removed. Continuously, each creatures become blinded, visibly outlining invisible things. We'll go with 1 offensive, 1 defensive spell, so we'll get Blur. Alright, Tristan. Alright, so we needed to start taking a look at the Imperial Sorcerer because we're going to ultimately want to take him to the Mystic Thurge. So we're going to need Knowledge Arcana 3 and ability to cast 2nd level arcane spells, so we're going to eventually need to get him up to 2nd level arcane spells. So we're going to do that. I believe the Imperial caster uses you use your wisdom rather than your charisma, so we're going to want to bump that wisdom up. Oh, I need to do... Alright, so we need to get some points in here. How do I want to do this? Could do that. Because I do want to keep getting the perception bump. And the religion will help there, and arcana we can get help there. Because I think we're probably going to be going through and having several levels of that. I mean, we have to get at least 4 levels of Imperial Sorcerer, so if we put 1 point in arcana every level, then that's going to get us there by the time we get to our 2nd level spells. So we'll do that. Spell focus. If we're going to make him more of kind of a caster, I think maybe spell focus evocation. Yeah, that's probably what we're going to do. Yeah, we'll go evocation. Next. And we want an evocation spell, so we'll get Burning Hands. And then Magic Missile's also evocation, and that'll just help to hit things that normally we can't hit, so it just seems natural there. So we'll do that. And he gets a lot of abilities and stuff. Oh, hold on, let me go... Okay, so I guess he just gets these, like all of these? Okay. Okay, so it doesn't look like we have an option of choosing his, Oh, we also now have Acid Splash, which will be a good way of dealing with the trolls, so I'm happy with that too. Yeah, so I think we're good there. So he gets all these spells. Spell Focus Evocation, so add 1 to the difficulty class. Heavenly Fire. Against evil creatures, this ray deals 1d4 points of damage plus 1 for every 2 sorcerer levels you possess. This damage is divine, not subject to energy resistance or immunity. Heals good creatures of 1d4 plus 1 for every 2 sorcerer levels, as a good creature cannot benefit from your Heavenly Fire more than once per day. Neutral creatures are neither harmed nor healed by this effect. You can use this ability equal to 3 plus your Charisma Fire. Okay. Cool deal. I think we're good.
Interesting.
Alright, Lindsay. So this is going to be kind of the interesting one. We were needing to take her into Rogue for this level, I think. Because we were wanting to send her down that kind of ranged buffer controller class, but we were going to be using the Rogue and the Eldritch Knight. So...
Eldritch Scoundrel.
Question is, what style Rogue do we want? I'm not sure that Eldritch Scoundrel is going to get what we want. Get Weapon Finesse naturally there. duration of shaken condition. In addition, if the target is shaken for 4 more rounds, the thug makes the target frightened for 1 round. Interesting. What does she have for her bard class already? I think we might end up having to respec her because I think we didn't want this. I think we wanted point blank shot, so at 3rd level we could get the precise shot. But we can see how we're doing with this and take a look at doing that kind of stuff later. Okay, so we'll go ahead, we'll do this because she will automatically get weapon finesse, meaning we don't have to worry about using a feat to take for weapon finesse in case she gets into melee. And she also gets this, which she can use her persuasion ability to shake, cause people to be shaken, which will give them penalties to hitting and such. And I think we're probably just going to bump up her dexterity, I imagine. Or maybe her charisma, because her charisma is what depends her casting. Let's do charisma. Okay, so mobility, trickery, perception. Maybe throw some points in persuasion. Alright, arcana, who do we have? Tristan is a little bit of a plus. Valerie's got world. Well, we'll have someone else with world once we get rid of her. I have nature. Tristan has religion. Maybe we do that. Potentially. Okay, I think we do that. Get her stealth up some, and then that up. What is her persuasion? See, she's not very good at at perception. Maybe I don't let her be the perceiver because we're gonna need to try to get the canny observer off her anyway. And maybe we just go with the persuasion here. I think it's 9, 9, 10, 12 for her 4 big stats. I like that. Okay. Okie dokes. And now we're stuck with the decision of the animal companion.
The biggest decision of the night.
I know! Do we dislike the idea of having the wolf pack?
Smilodon pack?
Yeah. No. The saber-tooth pack. Because isn't that what Ekandeyu has? What does he have?
All dog. I think it's just a dog, but it might be a wolf.
Let's see. Ekandeyu. Pathfinder. Because I do want to include him on my team this time, because I did not last time. So, let's see.
I like Ekandeyu.
Okay, well that didn't really help me find out. Ekandeyu, Pathfinder, Animal Companion.
It's probably just a dog, 'cause that's what it's called.
It's a wolf. So he is a wolf. Yeah. He is a wolf that he has named Dog, or Akbo.
I knew his name was Dog. But I didn't think it was just a dog.
Yeah, his is a wolf. Which, what's the difference between a dog and a wolf? 1d6 plus trip, 50 speed, 5 natural armor, 40 speed, 6 natural armor, 1d6 plus true. So it looks like the only difference between the dog and the wolf is that the dog has a better AC and is slower. I don't think I want to do the Mastodon. I'm kind of between the bear, Smilodon, and maybe a wolf or something like that.
Do a bear.
Do a bear? Have 3 different
Yeah.
animal companions that way. And this one will be kind of more
fun.
tanky.
Bears are cool.
Alright, I like it. We'll do a bear. Do a bear! We're going to be more of a caster, so I think we're probably going to bump up our wisdom. We're going to bump our nature, perception, persuasion. Those are our 3 big ones. And I guess our athletics as well. Okay. And that's pretty much what we get. We get the wild shape for a wolf, and we have an animal companion of a bear. And there he is!
Pick your wild shape?
Do what?
You don't get to pick your wild shape?
Everything has a
Or
price.
have options?
No, the way that it works is, I wonder if I can pull it up here. So as you level up, you can access higher challenge rating creatures. So at level 6, I'll get a leopard, as well as a small elemental. At level 8, I'll be able to be a bear or a medium elemental. Level 10, I can do a Smilodon, large elemental, or a shambling mound. And at level 12, I can do a huge elemental. Alright, so we're level 4. We got a party of level 4s. I need to rearrange a thing here. Maybe we put her up front with the bear. Tristan in the back. Like that. How do we like that? Think that's good?
Yeah, looks good.
Maybe we swap
Maybe
the two around.
Spread out a little bit.
Yeah, we can do that. Let's see.
It's a nice little shape, though.
I like my nice little shapes.
Oh.
I like little shapes. There.
Good.
It's gonna bother me until I get this exactly right.
Yeah. I have the grid, which helps, but it's still hard.
Close enough, okay.
Quiet footsteps.
So this is our group now. That's us. Okay, so it's going on 10:30. I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up. And save. And I may potentially stream later on this weekend. Because I do really want to finish up here because we're so close to being done with at least this kind of chapter. I'd like to finish up the old Sycamore map and get back to Oleg's Trading Post next stream, I think. But we had some really good progress. We managed to get around a lot of the map. The only 3 locations that we have left is the old Sycamore, the Rat Nook Nest, and the river crossing where we have to return once we kill the Stag Lord. But everything else is explored now, so. Cool deal. Well, thanks for joining.
Pretty cool.
Anyone who is still currently watching that is not following already, feel free to follow. And we will see you in the next stream.